Yo, I don't know how many people tuned in to this Diddy Jay-Z shit. And it really get deeper than them two funny looking dumb motherfuckers. You know, but that's the thing. Because so many people have worshipped and celebrated and partied and did drugs and cried and had babies too. Supported over themselves, supported over their own family. And I'm not going to act like I'm coming to you as a person that didn't listen to these same motherfuckers. But I wasn't invested in these motherfuckers like I know majority of the world was, because of, and it's just based off of how people talk about them. You know, how people reverence them, man. It's like you'll use them motherfuckers as an example for your children over your own family. See, me, when I was raising my children, like, I'm giving them examples of what I've known come from our own bloodline when it comes to, okay, what you're genetically great based off your own bloodline, even though we ain't make it. But you come from a bloodline of this, that, and the other. Or you come from a bloodline like, you know, this is what, you know. But we don't have these discussions as family when it comes to, we're not even put in situations of parenting to where we could parent our children properly and have the right setup for our children as they're growing up and being parented. Because it's always one motherfucker. Usually that one motherfucker is the female. And that ain't always a great thing. And I love the female. I love the female. But I respect and I honor the woman. And it's a difference between the female and the woman. And that shit also shows in parenting. Because you have a lot of single females out here giving fathers hell based off some immature, bitter shit because they just females. They're not women. But that's a whole nother subject. Like, I don't even want to get into that because I'll get sidetracked about that shit with adult females versus women, adult boys versus male, adult boys and males versus man. It's two different things. And it has two different expectation levels. You know. But we living in a world that from birth, you've been attacked with bullshit. From birth, you've been attacked with bullshit that you're not even going to understand you're being attacked until you maybe in your 30s. You'll probably go through your whole 20s. I ain't going to say probably. You will go through your whole 20s. Not understanding shit about how you being attacked. You might not. And the thing is, we can even get to the 30s to where now, okay, you're mentally capable of understanding, but you're not even looking for it. You're not even looking for it. You know, so now we got things transpiring on this earth plane to where they bringing this shit right to your fucking dome. Real and uncut with this Diddy and Jay-Z shit. Sex trafficking. The way motherfuckers railroaded R. Kelly and talked bad about him, And he wasn't even sex trafficking for real. The shit about this Diddy and Jay-Z shit is way more than R. Kelly. R. Kelly wasn't a Fed. Diddy and Jay-Z are Feds. So it's a big difference. Do you know who the Feds are? Why are the Feds throwing their own under the bus? It's the same reason why you put your child on punishment when they fuck up. Except, when we playing these police games and these Fed games, see, we put our jits on punishment. See, when you get to this whole nother level, I'm just using a correlation just to show you, like, this is chastisement for Diddy and Jay-Z for being disobedient. Them fake Jews don't play. Them fake Jews don't play the flute. Them motherfuckers serious. When you dealing with people like the fake Jews who have stolen a whole identity, and majority of the people don't necessarily know who these Jewish motherfuckers are, because the term Jew comes from Judah, which is a tribe of Israel. That's where Jew comes from. So, when you really don't understand the enemy, how can you defeat him? And then when you conform to the enemy and allow them to use you, how do you get to the point to where you feel like you could sue them or come up against them when they created your platform, created you, gave you orders that you follow? Because you got motherfuckers out here worshiping Hova and acting like, oh, the Hova is such a great guy. Same thing with Diddy. And they do it with Diddy just because he fucked with Biggie. And who the fuck was Biggie besides a fat, dumb, high cholesterol motherfucker who dies because he ain't listened to his goddamn mama? But y'all worship these motherfuckers. See, me, I just listen to the music. There's not one time in my life where you catch me overly talking about any motherfucker. You may hear me talk about Pac. And that's only because Pac was a Black Panther. Now, we know what the Black Panthers was, and this is why you hear me talking about Pac. Because he repped that. He repped that. He expressed that through his music. I don't worship Pac. I ain't even know Pac. I don't worship him. I respect him, though. And I'm thankful for how he used his platform. Because he used his platform to enlighten and to try to let us know, like, what the really fucking was. But you even still got people out here that try to, oh, Pac was part of it too. I'm like, nah, bro. He wasn't. Because it's psychological shit. Like, when it comes to being sodomized, first off, Pac wouldn't have been able to speak out against the industry in the manner that he did, especially calling out homo motherfuckers, if he was sodomized. He wasn't touched like that, which is why he was able to speak in the way he spoke, freely. Let's go back to these motherfuckers that was fucked and child molested, and now they want to be transgenders and talk about they was born this way. But really, they weren't born that way. They were fucked that way. Let's be clear. They wasn't born that way. They were either fucked that way or scientifically manipulated that way. So let's not get it twisted. You know, people want to make all these accusations like motherfuckers homophobe or just that and the other. And I wasn't really even trying to get on homophobe shit like that. You know, I'm trying to really stick to this Diddy and Jay-Z shit, but they homos. Clearly. It ain't just females coming out with this SA shit. It's also males that they done drugged up and penetrated. And you want to get on motherfuckers about being homophobe when you got motherfuckers doing shit like that? But you want to condemn us because we say something about, okay, we don't give a fuck about who you fuck, but hey, you have no right to force this shit on the children. Let them make the decision for themselves. Just because you was molested and fucked up don't mean, oh, well, because I'm this way, then everybody deserves to know and understand that it's okay to be this way. No, it's not okay to be that way. It's a mental health issue. It's not okay to be that way. We can sympathize with what you went through, but it's not okay to be that way. Period. And you can't say that you even volunteered willingly to be that way, because you didn't. You can't say you volunteered. You can't say, I wanted to be gay. You can't say, I wanted my dookie shoot penetrated. When I was 5 years old, I wanted my dookie shoot penetrated. You can't say that because that's a goddamn lie. So, when it comes to this Diddy and Jay-Z shit, and how deep this shit is, and how important this shit is when it comes to how we react, it's like, yeah, I'm not seeing what I feel like I need to see for us to overtake this government for the shit they've been doing. Because we're not going to act like they're feds. Diddy and Jay-Z are feds. The feds, the FBI, the CIA, these are all government organizations. The government knows exactly what's going on with this sex trafficking shit. And Diddy and Jay-Z are not the main players. But when we talking about the hood, it's like I had to tell somebody this shit. You're like, well, you see people get caught up in, they don't even, it kind of stay in that, oh, they always trying to keep the black man down lane. Because they don't understand and they don't comprehend the Epsteins and the Weinsteins, the Quincy Joneses, the Clive Davis, the Walt Disneys. Them motherfuckers ain't in the hood. But this is where you get to the puppets, the puppeteering. Where you get the Jay-Z, the Diddy's, the Beyoncés, the Oprahs, the Denzels, etc., celebrities in general, puppeteering. Doing ill shit, man. To these children. To these and people are just being quiet, talk about other shit. See, but this is what frustrates me, because when that R. Kelly shit came out, my whole timeline was full of people chiming in on R. Kelly. I don't see nobody chiming in about Diddy and Jay-Z and Beyonce and Oprah and Will Smith and Jada Pinkett and all the lives they are destroying. Because these are figures that you looked at on a certain level. Y'all actually like Will Smith. You like Jay-Z. Oh, Beyonce and Jay-Z, I love their relationship. Beyonce a fucking hoe. Beyonce a hoe, Jay-Z a homo. Well, they say bi, whatever. He prefer men over women. You could fuck with both, but what do you prefer? You can't be a dookie shoot chaser and respect the woman and prefer her over that. Once you dookie shoot chase, that's going to be your preference. Because your vessel is already demonic with that shit, because it goes against the grain. And you got motherfuckers like Diddy and Jay-Z drugging motherfuckers, taking advantage of, turning them into something that they may not agree to turn into. These motherfuckers drugging the volunteers. The volunteers, they willing to play with y'all. You still drugging them? Jay-Z is done. Diddy is done. The most important thing, because they ain't going to do nothing but move these motherfuckers out the way and replace them with some other motherfuckers with the same orders that they gave them. Like Drake. See, Jay-Z, he could have had the whole gang, but he didn't want to kill Diddy. Now he about to go through it too, because you don't want to kill your fuck buddy. You don't want to kill your partner who you've been making love to over the years and doing business with over the years. Literally making love to over the years. You don't want to kill them. You know what I'm saying? So now you thrown under the bus with them. Now you got a couple of fake Jew friends. You know, Lee Cohen. You know, he fighting for you. You got Shapiro over there. They fighting for you. That's not the whole fake Jew community, though. You were supposed to kill Diddy, Hova. You were supposed to kill him. Diddy, you were supposed to kill Cassie. See, understand one thing about these Jews and their business. They don't play. When it comes to their puppets, they instruct. When the puppet is not willing to do the job that they instruct them to do, the Jews, they're very involved in the politics and different things of this world. And, you know, so they're not when they do a murder, it's going to be in a different way. It's like, okay, Hova, you ain't want to kill Diddy? All right, well, we gonna handle them the way we handle them. And the way we gonna handle them, you know, you might come under fire too, sir. And I don't know if you'll make it through that fire because, you know, y'all was fucking. He was fucking you. You was fucking him. Y'all was fucking other people together. One thing you got to understand about sex is emotions get involved. Jay-Z was supposed to kill Diddy, and he didn't. Now he over here about to be fucked up right along with Diddy. See, me, I know a little bit more about this shit than the surface of it. I understand that Diddy and Jay-Z could get off, and at the same time, Diddy and Jay-Z could get off. The thing is, when you hear the shit that's coming out concerning these allegations, accusations, and all this shit going on, see, they like to tell you, oh, they're innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. What is the court of law? Didn't Yahweh say, I'm the only judge? Who is man to appoint judges in the court of law? So let me give it to you real right now. With certain information, y'all call it rumors, y'all call it this, that, and the other. But when certain information gets out, spoken from coming from different directions, different people, different. It's like, yeah, you got bandwagon hoppers that trying to get the bag, but then everybody is not lying. And these allegations are detailed. This ain't like no one paragraph allegations. These allegations are pages long, bruh. Details. You feel me? So, it's like, yeah, it's a bittersweet moment for me right now. You know, because it's a great thing that finally certain shit coming to the light concerning these celebrities, concerning these motherfuckers. But then it's also kind of shaky because the reaction of the people ain't where it need to be at when it come to us actually being able to put ourselves in a position to prevent this same shit from happening. We're not reacting in a manner that's going to stop them from still, once they get rid of Diddy and Jay-Z, they ain't going to do nothing but put Drake down. Drake the same kind of motherfucker. So, yeah. Goddamn Tiffany boy. But yeah. I'm just venting, you know what I'm saying? I'm on one tonight. You feel me?